Hello and welcome to Campus to Community, the Columbia Basin College news magazine, to keep you informed of what's happening at CBC and how we might serve you better. Today we're going to visit with Jason Clizer, Project Director for Basic Skills at CBC, who will be talking about adult basic literacy and how that weaves into a program at CBC called iBest, where students learn not only basic skills but also training for a specific job. We'll also speak with one of the iBest graduates, Seterah Farahani, and finally we'll talk with our new ASB president at CBC, Michelle Yeager. But first, we'll visit with Jason Clizer. Jason, welcome to the program.
Great, thank you, Frank.
Adult Basic Literacy Week is October 17th through the 23rd throughout the state of Washington.
Right.
And as we see, we have a catchphrase here, which is better skills, better jobs, and building a better Columbia Basin. Tell us about adult basic literacy and why it's so important.
Sure. Well, one of the main things, the first things that you do when you increase adult literacy skills is you give people an opportunity to get started on a career pathway that leads to living wage jobs, earning certificates that will give them an opportunity to make a better living. Another thing that you do for students that are already employed is you give them an opportunity for advancement and promotion in that job. It also, increasing adult literacy skills allows students to become better citizens, better community members by being more able to participate in their children's education, participating in community activities such as using the library, voting, and things like
Fantastic.
that. Yeah.
Now, the program, iBest, which is Integrated Basic Education and Skills Training, pretty much says it all in that, basic skills and skills training. Explain the purpose of iBest.
Sure. Well, the main purpose, as I mentioned earlier, was to get students started, help them to explore a career pathway, help them to get started on a career pathway leading to certification and employment, and doing that much faster and in a more efficient manner than we were able to do before. The traditional model of adult education called for students to master all levels of basic skills, whether it be math or English, before they are able to enter a professional, technical, or training program. With iBest, you mentioned the integrated part. It pairs a professional, technical, or content area instructor with a basic skills instructor. It might be a nursing assistant instructor or a welding instructor. They work together with the students with a basic skills instructor so that they're learning those basic skills, whether it be math or English, in context at the same time as they're being trained for a specific job. So they're able to move much further and faster along that pathway, leading to better employment.
And at CBC, in the iBest program, what fields do they have to choose from?
Well, right now, as you know, in our area and around the country, health sciences, there are a lot of opportunities for employment in that area. So we work a lot with the health sciences division. Currently, we offer a nursing assistant program, phlebotomy program, a medical secretary program. We also, in the evening, have an early childhood education program that leads to certification for child care providers, a general receptionist program in the office technology area, and finally, a new program that we're really excited about is called Solid Modeling, where in the vocational area where students are trained to learn software that will help them to build parts, and they go out in the shop and build those parts. These are all short-term certificates, 3 months to 9 months, so we can get folks out there.
And I don't know if we've mentioned, but it's free training, right?
Correct.
Who
yes.
qualifies for this?
The people that qualify, number one, you need to be a basic skills student. That's below college level. We use a series of assessments, standardized tests to test math skills and reading skills, as well as orientation and interview activities for each specific program that will determine their level. Students need to be at an intermediate to advanced level in order to be successful in these classrooms, even with the added academic support. Finally, a few other programs, the health sciences programs have a few requirements. You need to have some certification in first aid and CPR, but those are the basic requirements.
Fantastic. Sounds like a great program to put people to work.
We think so. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And you can see on the screen the contact information to get into the iBest program. And we'll be back right after this. And welcome back. Now we're talking with Seterah Farahani, one of our IBEST student graduates, and welcome to the show, Seterah.
Thanks, Frank.
Seterah, tell us a little bit about your story, how you came. You're originally from Iran, and how you came to be here and your situation.
I moved from Iran to Germany and to United States after that. I'm 38 years old, single mom with 2 boys. Ali goes to college this fall, and Ashia is in 3rd grade. So,
Seterah, what was your decision made up of when you decided to go to college? What were you thinking about at that point?
to be honest with you, I was tired of working long time with minimum wage. And as a single mom, I was thinking I have to do something. So, and my friends were talking with me and say, you have to go to college, because most of my friends around me are educated. So they always told me, you have to go to college, or you have to go learn something, study something. So that's why I decided to go to college. And one day we went to the college, and I heard about the IBEST program, which was short-term program, and I thought it's going to work for me. So that's why I decided to go. But before that, I always thought it's too late for me to go to college.
Because of your age, or what?
Yeah, because of my age.
Okay.
I thought I'm too old to go to college. I always thought college is for young people. Like after high school, you have to go to college, and after 20 years not being at school, I thought it's going to be so hard, especially with English second language. Finally, I decided to go, and I went, and I'm thinking it's not that hard,
Mm-hmm.
because when you decide, you can do it.
And you, as a single mom, and going to school, and still working at that time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people would say, you know, that's just too tough to do. But from what we know, your case is very similar to a lot of students at CBC.
It is tough. It's not piece of cake. So it needs lots of energy, time, and you have to make your mind and decide. Mm-hmm. So when you decide and say, I want to do it, you can do it. Yeah, it was hard. I was supposed to take my son to school, go school myself, right after that to work, then go pick up my son from school, we put him to bed, and then after that start my homework. So it was hard, but it's doable. You can do it.
And it wasn't long then after graduation that you got a job in your field?
Actually, I was so lucky that I got job too fast. I was interviewed, and they accepted me and offered me the job in Hanford. But even if I couldn't get that job, with the skills that I learned in this program, I'm sure I could get another job. I mean, maybe it could longer, but I could.
Tell us about your job and the skills that you learned for this job.
The skill that I learned was computers, the skill that you needed anywhere that you go to work. Mm-hmm. You almost anywhere you need it.
And you were in the office technology program.
Yes, I was in technology office program, and it's not just that. You learn lots of other things.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Plus that.
That's fantastic. So I'm glad that you made it through our program. You're quite an inspiration to others.
I strongly recommend it to whoever wants to get better job and make more money, to go to this program, because it's fast and it's very helpful. So I strongly recommend it.
Seterah, thanks for visiting with us today.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with this year's ASB President at CBC right after this.
After high school, there were other things I wanted to do before heading off to college. Now that I'm ready to pursue a career, Columbia Basin College's Learning Opportunities Center is giving me the extra help I need to continue on the career path that I choose.
And welcome back. And we welcome our new Associated Student Body President for 2010-2011 at Columbia Basin College, Michelle Yeager. Michelle, welcome.
Hi, Frank.
Tell us first of all what kind of projects that you have planned for this year for students at CBC.
Well, I have a couple big things planned for this year that I'm hoping to work on, and the first is a book borrowing project, and the idea behind it is that the college or some group associated with the college would buy the core textbooks for students, and then students before the quarter would complete like 12 hours community service, and in exchange for the community service they'd be allowed to borrow the book for that quarter, and then they'd be expected to return it. And also the other thing that we kind of have going on this year is an increase in community service just through providing students different opportunities, and also through some of the programs at CBC.
Okay, so when we're talking about borrowing textbooks or textbook rental, that comes in with these tough economic times. Boy, the price of textbooks to buy them is
astronomical.
horrendous. It is. and also the cost of tuition is going up. These are some struggles that all students are facing right now, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And just as the ASCBC student body president, I'm really hoping to give some students the opportunity to kind of counter those and provide students with increased knowledge of what's going on campus to help them with that. And through the book borrowing project, we're hoping to reduce college expenditures on textbooks, and also the bookstore has a new book rental, I believe, program going on, which is really neat, so students can rent the books instead of actually having to purchase them. And also increasing student knowledge about our foundation, because I know the foundation gives out just a really large number of scholarships to students that most students, including myself, didn't really know about or don't know about yet.
So yes, and we might mention that due date is February 22nd to have those scholarship applications in, and so there's still plenty of time, but you're right, there were. And last year the foundation awarded more than $330,000 in scholarships. And you've got something else planned, leadership, building leadership through the student government?
Yeah, we've kind of, the last year's student body president and some of the SAB members decided that they were going to help to restructure our constitution and bylaws, and so they've split up the way that that's working now. And we're having what's called Leadership Council, and it's every Wednesday at school, and students can come and increase their leadership skills and just learn different ways to be involved in our community and things of that nature.
Fantastic. We look forward to a great year, so good luck, Michelle.
Thanks, Frank.
And our thanks to our guests, and that's Campus 2 Community. And for more information, just contact the numbers on your screen, or you can just key in columbiabasin.edu.